evening. On behalf this evening, the Institute will also host a gala in celebration of 40 years as an institution providing education and training for employees in the financial services sector. I am Mrs. Helena Dean, and my co-chair is Mrs. Johnny Moss, and we will be your mistresses of ceremony this evening. I now invite you to stand for the national anthem. After the national anthem, please remain standing for the invocation. The national anthem will be sung by Mr. Junior Jean Jacks, and the invocation will be given by Mr. Richmond McKinney, a student of his.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for gathering us here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments and the sacrifice of my fellow students. We stop here and say thanks. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. Thank you for life. Thank you for the support of our friends and our family. Thank you for the support of our employers, as well as this great institution and its staff. We ask that you guide us, keep us safe. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Distinguished guests, award recipients, and their guests, today we mark an important day for more than 130 students as they are being awarded. It marks the culmination of much hard work and an accomplishment of which they can all be proud. At this time, I would like to acknowledge our distinguished guests in attendance this evening. Mr. Hubert Edwards, Interim President of BIFS, Mrs. Kim Bodie, Executive Director, Mrs. Jane Major, Chair of the Education Committee, members of the Executive Council and Education Committees of BIFS, faculty and staff of the Institute, senior bank executives, and representatives of our member institutions and regulatory bodies. I now have the privilege of inviting the chair of our Education Committee, Mrs. Jane Major, an alumni of the Institute, who will officially welcome you. Mrs. Major has vast experience in financial services and is presently employed at Mount Privy Rothman Rothschild Limited. Please welcome Mrs. Major.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to everyone. It is indeed an honor to be given the opportunity to participate in this historic occasion, celebrating the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services 40th anniversary. What is the significance of 40? In the Bible, 40 years symbolizes a period of testing in the case of Moses in the wilderness with the children of Israel, or Jesus fasting and being tempted before he began his ministry that changed the world. The Bible is also written by 40 different people. 40 also symbolizes the end of a generation. What will 40 mean for you? In our program booklet, the achievements of the Institute are highlighted over the past 40 years. You are the future of the financial industry, and through your achievements today, the Institute has equipped you to shape the new financial industry of the Bahamas. The mantle has now been passed on to you to become the future leaders of the industry. You will one day represent the Bahamas in the international arena as a CEO, a financial planner, investment manager, risk manager, trust officer, and maybe governor of the central bank, or even minister of finance. Today, I challenge each of you to first focus on developing your skills, ethics, and integrity in your area of expertise. Through your continued studies with the Institute, strive to become the skilled, proficient expert in your profession. This may also involve learning or speaking a foreign language. Parlez-vous français? Habla español? It simply means, do you speak French or Spanish? Secondly, apply those skills and expertise for the success of your respective company to meet the targeted goals and objectives. Thirdly, contribute to the Bahamas financial services industry through your innovative ideas, which will propel the Bahamas to become the first destination of choice for all financial products and services. Last, but by no means least, commit to mentoring the next generation to continue to build on your achievements. One of the ways I recommend that this can be achieved is by becoming an active member of the Institute through donating your time, talent, and finances. As a proud alumni of this, I can speak from experience that working with the Institute is a rewarding experience. In the next 40 years, what will your contribution be to the financial industry? Through your achievements today, the Institute has equipped you to answer that question. On behalf of the Education Committee and the Executive Council, and I would ask them to stand at this time, I and the hard-working and dedicated staff and faculty of the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services. Could they stand as well? Our faculty and our staff. I would like to say congratulations and wish you all success for the future. Welcome once again and enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you so much, Ms. Major. Coming now with student reflections is one of my former students, Miss Londina, as I know her, Tina Bethel, with reflections, an employee of Commonwealth Bank. Let's welcome her.
As I reflect on the years spent at this dynamic institution, my first thought is, to God be the glory. Great things He has done. To our executive committee, council members, education committee, annual awards committee, family and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, good evening. Many of us entered the doors of the Institute not knowing how we would reacquaint ourselves with the demands of school, how we would regain our attention span, or how would we even finance this new venture. Tonight, I can say, through persistence and perseverance, like a seed never giving up, yet steadily growing and working to produce fruit. Fellow graduates, we did it. I still vividly remember the day, early in the onset of my educational quest, when I, like other students, became disheartened and was ready to quit. I called home in my moments of despair to justify my reasons for this decision. It was then that I came face to face with reality and the staunch resistance of words I will never forget. That's life, my sister said, as she further explained. Ever-changing, ever-evolving. So you can choose to continue or you can quit, knowing that if you quit, you will forever be locked behind the doors of what could have been. Well, I chose. I chose the path ever-changing, ever-evolving. And tonight, I stand before you, Londina Bethel, certified financial planner, AML/CFT and compliance professional, and one of the newest recipients of the prestigious ABIFS diploma. Graduation is definitely a time of reflection and introspection. As I walked through the doors this evening, I could not take in the sights and sounds of this extravagant event. I could not help the feeling of becoming overwhelmed with the burning question of, have I reached the top of my scholastic venture? Babe Ruth says, it's hard to beat the person that never gives up. I ask you, are you that person? I further ask you, fellow graduates, have we really reached the top? Have we done enough? We stand here tonight representing many different organizations, and we come from different walks of life. Yet, the common thread that has bonded us together over the years was our pursuit of our goals, or simply just to get enough knowledge. For some, enough may have been to get an A, to finish a paper, to complete an assignment, or to be the cutting edge with another certification. The reality is, our belief in the concept of enough knowledge as we know it does not signify the effort to an end based on the measurement of sufficiency. Rather, if we really think about it, once we get to that point that we call enough, there will always be another pursuit beyond that point. Simply put, we will never get enough knowledge. Therefore, as we reminisce on the glorious events of this momentous occasion, may we always remember that change must come for life to progress forward. And as we aspire upward, with every obstacle we overcome, we move onward to attain our goals. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Londina, and congratulations. So now it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the awards. Before we call individual awards, could we all stand? All award recipients, please stand so they can be recognized. Let's give them a hand. You may be seated. Can I please call Mr. Hubert Edwards to come and present our first category of awards, which will be the ABIFS. Receiving this prestigious award tonight is Crystal Arnett, Crystal Barnes, Samantha Barrett, Londina Bethel, Burrows. Priscilla Cartwright. Christine Curry. Philippa Curtis. Indira Ferguson, Alessio Fowler, Lynette Ray, Akia Hepburn, Lovey Jean, Alexandria Johnson, Janine Pinder, Rithman McKinney, Meredith Miller, Elkin Mizik, Ashley Newbold, Shivanya Brennan, Cindy Roll, Kwame Ryan, Patrice Saunders, Sharia Fraser, Raquel Trotman, Alex Turnquest, all the way from Abaco, Gio Williams, Gina Williams, side. Let's give all the ABIS holders a round of applause.
Congratulations again to all of you. We would now like to give out the remaining of the awards and certificates. We ask that you hold all applause until the end of the section. For those receiving the banking certificate, those persons are as follows: Gandhi Barrett, Santosh Butler, Keo Edwards, Jonathan Ferguson, Megan Ferguson, Serenity Forbes, Carla Camp, Sharice Major, Rithman McKinney, Sanchez Neely, Almira Nottage, Soniqua Pedican, Peggy Knowles, would you come and assist us, please? Latanya Smith. I'm sorry.
of Trust, Law, and Administration. The award recipients are Shantira Brown, Lakishna Taylor, Patricia Knowles, Jerissa McMinns, Pollyann Roll, Shireen Saunders, Tennille Saunders, Bianca Seymour, Anya Stirrup, and Michelle Thompson. Let's give them a round of applause.
The persons receiving the trustee diploma are Gio Burrows, Kennedy Hawkins, and Felicia Mott.
Rachel Bethel, Catherine Darling, Kevin Paul, Clarice McKay, Montgomery Miller, Celeste Mitchell, Kendia Moxie, Christina Murray, Anishka Russell, Cicely Thompson, and Michelle Thompson. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them all a round of applause. We would now like to call those persons receiving the credit in collections 1 and 2. They are Jensen Curry, Byron Ferguson, Edisha Gibson, Darren Goodman, Donalia Hanna, Ashanti Johnson, Silver King, Cynthia Meadows, Kenso Smith, Dion Stubbs, Deanne Virgil, and Raquel Wells. We'd now like to call Mrs. Cyprianne Bethel to present these awards. Leadership Essentials, and the award recipients are Deshaun Coakley, Devane Roll, John Johnson, Eva Joyce, Wendy McDonald, Raymondo Matteo, and Yvette Stewart. Let's give them all a round of applause. We'll now call those persons receiving the Mandarin Chinese 1 award. They are Nicolette Eldon, Teresa Miller, Sherelle Minnis, Shakisha Pierce, and Monique Bowe. Please give them all a round of applause. Umbrister, my classmate, Tennille Brancasio, Brenda Harris, Randolph Minnis, Chet Nevins. Let's give them all a round of
Those receiving the Certified Financial Planner Award, those persons are Sharon Adderley, Robin Brennan, Eunice Duncombe, Desiree Jones, Richard Desmangles, Shabeka Duncanson, Elvira Moss, Latonya Nixon, Trinica Nixon, Tennille Saunders, and Shamika Taylor.
I'd now like to call Mrs. Jane Major to present these awards. Certified International Risk Manager. And the award recipients are Sharon Campbell, Sandra Duncombe, Betty Ferguson, Cassie Knowles, Toriano Lloyd, Tanya McFall, Katrina Marshall, Gamal Nuri, Katrina Rogers, Tamara Rule, Charles Virgil, Shakara Wells, Renee Russell. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Please give them all a round of applause. We'd now like to call Mrs. Kim Bodie, Executive Director of the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services.
Before I proceed with why I'm here at the podium, I would just like to recognize in our midst this evening, Mr. Hilary DeVoe, who is the acting director of the Securities Commission. Please thank you for your support. I would also like to congratulate the ABIB holders, ABIFS diploma holders, and ask you to sit your classes to the other side and celebrate because you've done it. For some of you, it has been 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Oh my God. Wow. It felt like 10 years. But you're not finished with the Institute yet, because your colleague who presented the reflections told you that you've only just begun. There's much more to be done. There are a lot more courses, many courses that we offer at the Institute. We'd like to have you come back and continue your education with the Institute. So once again, congratulations to all of the recipients of the award. My task here this evening is to present the special awards to the banks, our member banks, who for the past 40 years, and I have a lot of reflection, have supported the efforts of you, their employees, and we want to recognize them this evening for allowing you to, and also supporting you with tuition assistance to continue your studies in the field of services. So I would like to call Scotiabank, a representative from Scotiabank. This is our way of saying thank you. For 40 years, I believe Mr. Bradway is here, or Mr. Desmangles. Can you please receive the award? Can I have a representative from Commonwealth Bank? I believe that's Mr. Bradley, who also did his diploma with the Institute. Thank you. Can I ask you to come along and present the award? Bank of Bahamas, do we have a representative from Bank of Bahamas? Can I have a representative from the Central Bank? Mrs. Cipriana Blanco. Deputy Managing Director of the Human Resources Department. Thank you very much. And a member of council representing the bank. Gentlemen. There you go. Can I have a representative from the Mortgage Corporation, please? The Bahamas Mortgage Corporation. Oh, Ms. Storr. Hey, Managing Director. Good to have you here with us this evening. Can I have a representative from the Royal Bank of Canada? Royal Bank of Canada. Can I ask Mr. Hillary to go and present this trophy? This is the floating trophy. And this trophy goes to the bank with the largest number of students or employees enrolled in the programs at the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services. And it didn't go to Royal this year. Scotia Bank. Thank you very much, Hillary. That's a serious rivalry between RBC and Scotia. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for your ongoing support of the role and the work of the Institute in the financial services sector. Thank you.
Before we move on, we'd like to call Ms. Chantel Malcolm, Certified Financial Planner, to receive the award. And now I'd like to call Mr. Hubert Edwards one more time to present these special awards. The 2014 Best Student Award in each category is as follows. Company Law, Practice, and Administration 1, Michelle Thompson. Leadership Essentials, Yvette Stewart. Certified Credit Professional, Chet Nevins. Certified Financial Planner, Eunice Duncombe. Certified International Risk Manager, Betty Ferguson. Mandarin Chinese 1, Shikishna Pierce. Fundamentals of Trust Law and Administration, Tennille Saunders. Banking Certificate, Serenity Forbes. And ABITS Diploma, Londina Bethel.
Okay.
One more time.
At this point in the ceremony, I would like to officially thank those who organized this event, in particular, the hard-working staff of the Institute. Mrs. Letitia Ed, Mrs. Letitia Dean. I'd like to call now Mr. Lovi Jean, student and employee of Bank of the Bahamas, to give the vote of thanks and the experts.
Thank you, ladies. Good night, everyone. Good night. I feel I have one of the best jobs tonight, which is to say thank you. I'd like to first of all say thank you to the interim president, Mr. Hubert Edwards. BIF's annual award committee. Mr. Hilary DeVoe. Ms. Peggy Knowles, the Molina Hotel. Members of council, representatives from the banks, sponsorship, family, and friends. My fellow graduates, just want to say I'm proud of you. Thank you. The journey's been rough. Everyone in the audience, our family and friends, thank you.
We're nearing the end of our ceremony, but I'd just like to acknowledge the staff of the Institute. We already acknowledged Mrs. Letitia Dean, Mr. Miguel Pratt, Jasmine Seymour, Jordan, Omar, and Chance, our G12 graduates. Danford Sweeting, Zelma Knowles, Mrs. Eve Poitier, and our musician, Mr. Kevin Davis. Once again, thank you all for coming. This is the end of our awards reception. I'd like all of the recipients of awards to please stay behind for a photograph. The rest of our guests are welcome to enjoy our cocktails and awards gala that will follow immediately after the ceremony. Thank you.
I know you've been here with us from 4:30, so students, let's do this quick. We need to do our group photos, please, for the press.
Davis diploma? Diploma first?
Can we have the diploma recipients, please, for your group photo, quickly? Because I know you need to go and get ready for the gala dinner. Yes. Mr. Edwards, can I get you in a group photo? Hillary, can I get you in a group photo with us, please? Peggy and Jane and